Well, hello, JD here again. This video has been requested by John Lambert, I do believe. So thank you very much for that, John. He wanted to see a overview of the infotainment system. Now, this is something that I'm still learning myself, so very much of this video may be me kind of working things out as I go. But I just thought I'd show you, give you a bit of an overview of some of the features on the infotainment system, I do apologise, but somebody else requested the voice activation demo and what can be done with that. So I'll try and go through as many things as I can. So here we've got the main menu. Hopefully you can see this. And I'm controlling this, by the way, via this iDrive controller. What I would say is this is the Pro Nav system, and this touchpad thing I find pretty useless. It might be okay for adding, say, the odd letter if you want to add, say, a postcode, but when I first got this, I was trying to register an email address, and trying to write an @ sign and all sorts of things was hopeless. So I would say that I don't particularly rate the touchpad. Going through the menu then, so if we have a look in media, within media you've got the DAB radio, which comes as standard, pretty obvious stuff, FM, AM, online entertainment, which if we go into there, I was listening to some Haim earlier. This works in conjunction with the Deezer subscription, and when you first buy the car you get a year's free subscription to Deezer if you've got the Pro Nav, which now comes with the online entertainment bundle. It's not an option anymore. If we scroll down a little bit further, we've got music collection. Now that's things that are stored on the internal hard drive, I believe, which I'm not actually using. Then you've got aux. Now if you go into the armrest, I'll just move my spectacles out of the way, you can see there, hopefully if that will focus, you've got a mini jack, 3.5mm aux input, and also I've got a little, if I can get this out, little USB card which I've got all my music on. Try and put that back there. So if you want to play via the aux 3.5mm input, you can do it there. That's my phone, I believe, and that's the memory stick. The reason it's called Nissan is because it came out of my Qashqai and I haven't relabeled it. And then you've also got some apps. So I've got the Audible book app. When you buy this car, any compatible apps, if we go back to the main menu and go to connected drive, I believe, if you go to your smartphone apps lot, it will pick up any apps that are on the car, on your phone automatically, and sync them to the car. So the M lap timer, just a little, I haven't really looked at that, but it enables you to record lap times and sync a GoPro camera and all sorts of things. And then the Audible app, which is a speaking books app. The apps that are built into the car, in fact, we'll come back to that. Let's carry on with media. Nice thing that I discovered the other day, well, actually a friend of mine who's got a very similar car, M240, who got it 2 weeks before me, showed me something which I thought was really clever. If we go to a radio station and let's find some music. So if we can, let's see what's on Radio 1. Let's just turn the music up a little bit. If you find some music playing, there we go. If I push this iDrive controller to the left and I scroll down to connected music, what this will do is it will use the Grace Note database. It will recognize the music playing in a few seconds, and it tells me, look, it's Motorhead, Stand By Your Man, and then you can go album for track, and it will tell you what album this was from, and you can play all the other tracks on the album. How cool is that? What else we got? all albums by this artist. Let's click on that. And it brings up all of Motorhead's album. Now it's doing that through the Deezer app, like I say. So that's a really nice feature. I like that. So you listen to a piece of music on the radio, think, oh, this is quite nice. I like this artist. What else can I listen to? You can use the Connected Music app there. Communication. That's just your usual Bluetooth mobile phone. But what you have also got is online mail. Now I haven't managed to get this to work yet, but you can actually set up your email. Now it doesn't work with Office 365. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it does. It will work with things like Yahoo, but I haven't managed to get that working yet. What else we got in here? Navigation. Okay, so let's just do a quick demo of the navigation system. So if I go enter new destination, you've got all various things: quick search for points of interest, set your own home address, recent destinations, address input, points of interest, blah 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 blah. I don't know what any of this does yet, but let's try address input. Oh, that's interesting. Let's say address. Let's see what this does.
Please say the desired address or a point of interest.
Piccadilly Circus.
Manchester, Circus Street. Say yes or select another entry from the list.
Number 3.
Angus Steakhouse, Aberdeen Angus Steakhouse, Piccadilly Circus, London. Coventry Street was selected. Route guidance has been started.
Hey, how cool is that? I haven't actually tried that before. Let me do another one. I like that. Okay, say address. So I'm going to say address that.
Please say the desired address or a point of interest.
Nelson's Column.
Nelson's Column, London. Trafalgar Square was selected. Say start route guidance or add as intermediate destination.
Start route guidance.
Route guidance has been started. Please make a U-turn if possible and then turn right.
Oh, I like that. That's brilliant. Okay, I think somebody did ask me if you can do sat nav through the voice. Actually interesting, but the maps are really detailed. Look at this, we're going right in. And you've got 3D and 2D modes and all sorts of things. So that's your sat nav. Let's come out of this. Connect drive, I've shown you. My vehicle. So let's see what settings we can do in my vehicle. So you've got vehicle settings, light, so you can change the interior and exterior lighting. The interior lighting you can change between the ambient lighting you can change between sport, which is like a white colour, and classic. Now if I just point up to here, look, if I change this to sport, so it's changed to a white light, and if I go to classic, it's gone back to orange. It's very, very subtle. It's not like the interior ambient LED lighting you see on things like the new Mercedes and things like that. But the other thing it does do is if I point the camera just under the door handle, again, if I change that to sport, see it's changed that to white and back to classic orange. So that works reasonably well, but it's very subtle, I must say. Let's come out of that. Exterior lighting, what we got? One touch turn signal, that's good, so you can change that between 1 and 3 times. So that's just basically when you touch your indicator it will flash 3 times or 1 time. Welcome home lights and how long they stay on for. Come out of that. Doors key, you can tell it to unlock just the driver's door first or both doors at the same time. Relock automatically, usual stuff. Lock after pulling away, flash for unlock and locking. Speed warning, you can turn that on. I've got that turned on at 75 miles per hour. Driving mode, that's where you can configure sport and comfort. Now I have got the active dampers in this car, so I can choose to just change the chassis, the drivetrain, or the drive chain and chassis, and you can do that for Sport and Eco Pro. You can't configure comfort by the looks of things, and you can't configure Sport Plus. Let's come out of that. Auxiliary ventilation, haven't used this, but you can activate auxiliary ventilation. You can also do this through the app. I'll perhaps do a demonstration of the smartphone connected drive app as well if anyone's interested, where you can control things like the ventilation to come on half an hour before you leave for work in the morning. Vehicle tracking is useful. It comes with built-in GPS vehicle tracking. I don't know why anyone would want to turn that off. What else we got in here? Driving mode. Oh no, I've done that. Let's come out. I'm going back and it's not going back. Come on, go back. Okay. iDrive settings. So mobile phone, the language, touchpad. So that enables you to configure that for writing and all sorts of things. As I said, I don't think it's overly good. Displays. This lets you configure the brightness. It's also got a screensaver. I've got it so if you turn that on, a clock will come on. Instrument cluster. Now this bit here, these options determine what comes in on this center bit here. If I can get the camera in. So it's very difficult to get the camera in here. You can see you can determine what's on that computer as I press this BC button, and what's on that is determined by this setting in the iDrive menu. Turn the radio down a minute. Date and time and units. Now when I first got this it was configured for kilometers, so I've configured that to mpg, etc. The torque was in newton meter, so I've changed that to pounds feet. Tyre pressure set to psi, etc. Sound, what's in that? Oh, that configures the bass and treble, etc. This has got Harman Kardon, and I would say it's reasonable. It's not a great system even for Harman Kardon. God knows what the standard stereo system's like, but it's, you know, it's acceptable. Notifications shows you missed calls and any messages that come from BMW, and pop-ups. When this option is selected, the drive mode is displayed. Okay, yes, that's when you, if you press this button down here, look, that says Eco Pro and Sport. If you rock through that, it will just change the setting there. But actually, when you're driving, this car here will actually animate as well. Notifications, no notifications. I think that's if BMW send you a message, maybe a recall message or something like that. So I know that this isn't a particularly good video. As I said, I'm still learning as I go, but I wanted to just put a video out as soon as possible after somebody requested it. So at least it gives you an overview of what you get in the iDrive. I must try that navigation one more time. Enter new destination, address input, say address.
Please say the desired address or a point of interest.
Hadrian's Wall.
Lincoln, Hadrian's Walk. Say yes or select another entry from the list.
Number 2.
Hadrian's Wall Heritage Hexham was selected. Say start route guidance or add as intermediate destination.
Add as intermediate destination.
Intermediate destination added. Route guidance has been started.
Fantastic. Actually, one thing I haven't shown
Please
you.
make a U-turn if possible and then turn right.
Yes, thank you. I don't want to go that way. One thing I haven't mentioned is my vehicle. If we go into driving information, that's where you've got the two onboard computers. You've got the onboard computer which kind of runs throughout the entire tank, if you like, or until you reset it. As you can see, I'm averaging 27.2, and then you've also got trip computer, which will show you your current journey. Okay, I'm sure there are lots of other things that I haven't been through, but I hope that was kind of a quick whistle-stop tour of the iDrive system on the M140. In a few months' time, once I've got more to grips with it, I will do a much better video. So I apologise if it's a little bit scatty. I'm still learning it as I go. But please comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.